Second and final lesson on the digestive system. So learning intentions for today. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the function of the different parts of the digestive system and trace the path of food through the digestive system. So the esophagus, as you can see here, the esophagus carries food to the stomach. It forces food into the stomach using a wave of muscular action called peristalsis. So I want you to take a moment here to pause the video and take this down into your notes copy. The stomach. It's a muscular bag that stores food. Churning of the food occurs here. This is physical and mechanical digestion. Digestive juices made by the stomach soften the food and kill bacteria. This is known as chemical digestion. And hydrochloric acid is also produced in the stomach to kill bacteria. When hydrochloric acid goes into the esophagus, we get heartburn. So the production of hydrochloric acid in the stomach is also chemical digestion. So I want you to take a moment here to take this down into your notes copy. Small intestine. Small intestine produces enzymes which help to break down the food further. Some parts of the food we eat, nutrients, are absorbed, taken back into the bloodstream here. Although it's called small, it's actually 5 meters in length. So this is where the absorption of nutrients are taken back into the bloodstream and transported all over the body. Large intestine. Large intestine absorbs water back into the bloodstream. So then you're left with a semi-solid liquid waste called feces, which is passed out through the body. Feces passes through the large intestine. Then they are stored in the rectum and passed out through the anus. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours for it to pass through the body. So basically this is where the absorption of water is taken back into the body, and then you're left with feces, semi-solid fluid, and then that is passed to the rectum where it's stored, and then it's passed out through the anus. So I want you to take a moment here to pause the video and take this down into your notes copy. The liver. Liver produces bile, which helps break down fats further. It's also the storage of vitamins, glycogen and minerals, and also detoxifies the body and breaks down toxins. So can you pause the video for a moment and take this down into your notes copy? The pancreas produces more digestive enzymes. The pancreas also produces insulin. So it's an important organ within the body. And finally, the rectum and the anus, as we mentioned previously. Feces is stored in the rectum, and then once it's stored, and then it's ready to be passed out the body through the anus. So you can see in here, it's stored here. So you have your large intestine, water is absorbed back into the body. You're left with your semi-solid feces, and it's stored down here in the rectum, and then it's removed out through the body through the anus. So I want you to take a moment here. You can scan this QR code, or you can go to the materials section in Schoology, go to the link, and once you go into that link, you'll bring you to Quizlet. And then I want you to go into Quizlet. I want you to complete the activity that is the test. So how does the apple pass through your digestive system? So your apple here is taken in through the mouth. Physical and chemical digestion takes place here. Physical by the mouth, with different types of teeth. So you'd actually cut it off with your incisors, or tear it off with your canines, and then the food would go back to the back of your mouth, your molars and premolars, where it's crushed. The saliva then would soften the food, and the enzymes in the saliva would break it down further. Then it's passed down to the esophagus through a muscular wave called peristalsis. It goes to the stomach where it's stored. And also further digestion takes place here. Physical, when the churning of the food is churned around the stomach, and you have your chemical digestion, which is hydrochloric acid, that will kill any bacteria that may be on the apple, but also will soften the food. That then is going to the small intestine. Small intestine then breaks it down a small bit further with the enzymes present there, but also it absorbs the nutrients such as the glucose into the bloodstream where it's passed all over the body, and the glucose then is used for respiration to take place. And then what's left is it goes to this large intestine then, and that's where the water is actually absorbed back into the body, and then you're left with a semi-solid feces, and then that is then goes to the rectum where it's stored for a while, and then is removed out the body through the anus. So that's how the apple passes through your digestive system. So learning intentions. So by the end of this lesson, you should now be able to explain the functions of the different parts of the digestive system and trace the path of food through the digestive system. Thank you.